I don't even want to be part of this.
Joyce.
Okay. This is part 2 of our documentary. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today's discussion, or tonight's discussion, will be about the Da Vinci Code, the Bible, and Joey's belief in, what was it again you believed in, Joey?
Atheism.
No, not that, you retard. What the fuck? You were talking about earlier about the whole, if we die tomorrow, do we accept that as God's will? That thing, what was that you were asking?
Yeah, that. Are you, because as far as I'm observing everybody here, you know, how all this shit's going, everyone says, God has a plan for everybody, God sees all, knows all. So, my question is, if you die, is that because God willed it?
Yeah.
So you suicide yourself, is that because God willed it?
No.
He took your life.
You see, God made it where everyone has free will and free thinking. Now, in the book of StarCraft, and it's a good example, I promise you. Check it out.
Funny how you put the game into
No, I'm for real.
I didn't know what we were doing right now was a game. I thought it was life and reality.
No. It's a book.
Go ahead.
In the book of StarCraft, right, they have this re-socialized Marines. It's Marines that were taken out of prison, and they were basically programmed robots in the end, and they were just, you know, like, brainwashed into being good citizens. The difference between being a good citizen and being a normal human being was that the re-socialized Marine, he or she couldn't do anything on his or her own. So if he needs to go pee, he has to ask. If he needs to do something, he needs to ask. But a human being that can make his or her own decision on his or her own will,
on their own accord.
Yeah, that's the best thing. In God, the and Bob, Joyce has seen, for an example, what happens when everybody's a good person. What happens when everyone's...
The world becomes so hippie, people want to do yourself.
It's really hilarious because in that cartoon show...
Let's all get together and have a picnic.
In the cartoon show, God, the and Bob...
Let's all hold hands underneath the fucking rainbow and say kumbaya.
The Bob and the devil were fighting. Devil said, I'm going to leave the world. I'm never coming back. And Bob, the human being, said, go ahead. No one needs you. And one day, then he left. The minute the devil left the world, Bob's daughter and wife and everybody were all cheery and chippy and all that stuff. And it was like just a little annoying, but it was nice. But we saw what happened. God was pissed off. And Bob was like, why are you mad? Didn't you not want the devil here? God said, no, dumbass. I made him for a fucking reason. He was supposed to be on Earth. And Bob's confused, like, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? And God says, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You just took away choice. Now human beings have no choice. Now they're just robots programmed to be happy. How the hell do you choose between right and wrong? How do you earn your right into heaven? Or is heaven just going to be an all-access pass?
It looks like it's an all-access pass to the devil.
No, negative. You know what happens when it's an all-access pass? Overfilled. Yeah. Even right now, in this time and age.
So you mean to tell me God has limitations of how many people are supposed to be in heaven?
Yep.
Wow, that sounds like
Tell you
a
what.
It's called balance.
Tell you what, Joey. If you think about it. If you went to the club, right? And it turns out the VIP room was not the VIP room, but everyone could go in it. Where is the specialty in being the VIP room?
Well, I didn't know everyone was supposed to be special. I thought everyone was created equally.
Yeah.
Okay, then so what's the problem?
There was no problem. You just proved my point for me now.
Yeah, everyone's created equal. Everyone goes to heaven because shit. That was not around. No one's gonna fuck up.
The whole point of the matter is that there's always...
Isn't that what God wanted for people to go to heaven?
No, he wanted people to prove themselves.
Okay, both of you guys. Point in the matter is that how the world works, there's a balance between good and bad. Evil and good.
So you mean to tell me if I choose to be bad, if I choose to be bad,
your key could be right, could be good.
What? You said, what were you asking?
If you choose to be bad, you know, and that's just alright. You know, that's a balance. So your child could be either good or bad or neutral.
Wait, slow down, bro, slow down.
What
was your question exactly? What was your question, Joe? Say it.
I was like, if that was the case, what if we decide to be bad and decide to kill everybody I see?
Then
what if, like, I was like, okay, let's prove a point. If we say God knows all, sees all, but yet we also have the freedom, you know, do according to our will, what if I decide just to kill everybody in sight?
People believed in that. Texas Tower shooting back in 1993, that guy believed in it. And you know, he did it. He killed over 25 people in less than an hour. And he believed that if God, he wanted to test out his theory about God and everything, and sure enough, he killed people just because of that belief and that thing you just said. And
Okay.
that,
Killed himself.
yeah, but he believed in it. That whole idea what Joey just said. Now, the whole killing people and everything, that's all free will. It's free thinking.
All right, so everyone that killed go to heaven.
No.
No.
Why not?
Because they have their own sins.
Yeah.
Like, Stevie has his sins. I have my sins. You have his sins. Everybody sins.
I thought the very breath you take is a sin.
That's just Da Vinci Code. I said that.
This is Da Vinci Code. But everything we do is a sin. Like, you knocked up Tesha out of wedlock, that's a sin. CJ did the exact same
Actually,
thing.
it's considered fornication.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It is fornication.
Child out of wedlock?
Yes,
Oh,
fornication.
yeah. See,
Anyway.
and you guys still fornicate. That's a sin. Here's another thing.
Dishonoring your mother and father.
I don't mean to.
Oh, excuse me. So dishonoring my mother and father. I want to hear this.
No, that's a sin too. That's part of the Ten Commandments.
It is.
So I'm supposed to listen to my dad and like learn how to kill people.
No,
that's a different story.
Okay, go ahead.
No. But the whole point is that we're trying to say everybody sins.
Okay,
my turn
you
now.
just said do not dishonor your parents. I
I
want
got
to hear
that.
more
I got
about
that
this.
answer. I got that answer right here.
Right.
It's not about listening. There's a difference between listening and honor. Okay. If you tell me that you don't believe in God, I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. I'm not gonna tell you anything else. It's okay. You can do that. But if you ask me as a friend to help you with something, I would honor that by helping you. You see? There's a difference between honoring and listening.
I'm still trying to get to the point where it deals with parents.
Okay, if your dad asked you, Joseph, can you come help me out with something? And you said, no, I don't want to. That's okay because you have personal problems. But if your dad was dying on his deathbed, he really just wanted to see you to make up for lost time and all that stuff,
I would disregard.
it would be the honorable thing to just talk to him and tell him, goodbye and all that stuff.
The honorable thing.
That would
But
be the
see,
honorable thing. The least decent thing to do. In World War II, people were trying to figure out what was the decent thing because nobody knew what the decent thing was. You know why? In World War II, Germans and Americans were killing prisoners. They were doing bad things. They were raping women all across the country in Europe. And you know what? Who knew what the decent thing was? People thought the decent thing to do was to kill everyone and let them just mercy kill them. People thought we should take care of the prisoners. People thought we should just beat them silly and treat them like animals. But nobody knew what the decent thing was. Even in today's world right now, we don't know what the decent thing is. Do you think it's decent to go buy a cheap thing at the front store? Do you? To go to the front store and buy the cheapest things and save all your money so you buy more. Is that like a better thing in your life? Is that decent?
It deals with the budget.
Okay, let me tell you this. What if you found out everything you bought that was cheap was all being created and manufactured and produced by 20 Chinese kids in a factory in China? And it was all, and each one only, all 20 all made 1 penny at the same time together total within that 1 hour. And because of that low pay, profit, all that stuff, because of all that, we get to live for a longer, we get to live in our better lives. We get to live in a better life because of that suffering. Is that decent?
Isn't it balanced the way God wanted it?
See, that's what Joyce meant by balance. But see, people like the Taliban and those guys, the old-fashioned thinkers, they believe negative. It should be all equal. We should all suffer together. You see? So if we all suffer together, then no one's suffering, right? Because it's all the same. If the standard said that suffering and everyone's suffering, who's going to say who's suffering more, right? We're all equal. Now we're all equal, right? If we were all...
But is it our fault those kids are working, those 20 kids are working an hour just for a penny?
Oh, it's another problem. You ever see those commercials where they say help a kid or save a child or adopt a baby on whatever for 20 cents a day?
Fuck you.
People, like the Howleys and white people, they made that because exactly what you just said. Is it our fault? People, like those people in the commercials, they believe it is our fault. They believe that because you bought something cheap at a store, you supported that cause. You supported those pimps, those murderers and thieves in China to keep going on and making kids work for pennies an hour. And because you bought something at a store cheap, you fucked it over. And you supported that cause. And people believe that it's your fault.
And then people have bizarre beliefs.
I know. Have you ever see that phrase, made in China, made in Taiwan, made in America? There's a reason why they put it there. So that way they can see what you believe in. If you bought made in America, you believe in making America stronger, putting the money back into America's pockets. If you bought from Taiwan, China, Korea, you supported those guys. See? And each one, it's just like voting. You know how you have a sticker on your car? It's just like that. How do you believe? What do you believe in? What is your support? Yep. But yeah, Joey. So
And it's not
you're saying it's not your
choice.
fault that the Chinese kids are suffering. Say it right now. Do you?
It's not my fault. Is
not
it
your
your fault that my dad was bad?
How did you get there?
Because
I brought you to the Chinese kid when you
exactly.
bought cheap stuff.
Okay.
So
Exactly. The same thing. Okay. Is it your fault? Is it my fault that those kids were suffering?
because you bought the products that they
Okay.
need.
Now check this out. Is it your fault that my dad was bad and I was suffering?
What?
Yeah. The whole point is, people knew about it, but nobody did anything. Is that your fault?
Joey?
Yeah.
I'm trying to draw the picture. Draw the
Okay, the connection is, kids are suffering, we support it by buying products that they manufacture, correct?
I don't buy anything.
Okay, let me phrase that. I buy.
There you go.
I buy.
Okay?
I'm glad.
You just told me they're suffering.
Yeah.
And I say, it's not my fault. Why? Because it's not my hand doing it.
Okay.
Okay, now check this out. Now from that point, my father, me being those kids, my father being that guy, and you knowing it, is that your fault?
I didn't buy anything though.
No, not buying. The whole point is knowing.
No.
You know, the
Yeah.
whole fact is that the person know that the dad was beating up the shit.
If I knew, like at a younger age, and we're together and we know each
No,
other all
no,
the time,
no. The whole point is, if you knew, is knowing something, is that a crime?
knowing,
Yeah, knowing something.
the fact that his dad is beating the shit out of his kids.
I think the question
and
you're
they
asking
didn't do
me-
anything about it.
Yeah,
Is that bad?
I think I know what the question you're trying to say. Let me put it in a bigger word for you. Is it wrong to omit the truth?
No. Is it wrong to know something that's bad, that's happening, that's bad, but not doing anything about it? Is that?
It's kind of wrong.
Okay, omit means to dismiss and not acknowledge and pretend it
No,
didn't
no.
happen.
The whole point is.
Joey, your phone's ringing.
Yeah, Mike, say Happy New Year for us.
Yeah.
He still hasn't given us a code.
Hold on,
Go ahead.
I got the code already, and he said, okay, it's good to vacuum. All right, Joey, go here.
The part I'm trying to get at is, if that's the case, are you saying knowing is a sin as well?
Okay, that wasn't my point when I was
No, because
saying-
that's what I'm trying to get across. Because you said, I didn't know those kids were working until now, because you just told me.
Yeah.
So now that you said it, there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay, my point I'm trying to get to you was not the knowing,
But
it was,
supporting that buying the product.
yeah. So
Okay,
let me ask you this question real quick. Do you know what happens when you buy and when you don't buy? If you did buy, you basically told China that it's okay and then keep doing it. If you don't, if you do not buy the products they make, what do you think happens?
those kids go jobless.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So what happens to those kids?
They get free. They get to get the fuck out of that damn factory and sweatshop. For real.
Okay, check this out. It's like saying tobacco company. Hey, County hold. Tobacco company. Everyone says cigarettes are bad, correct?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. We still buy cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
And then people want people to stop smoking. So if they shut down a tobacco company, what happens?
A lot of angry smokers would be up their asses.
Yeah, but Joy, tobacco workers make more than Chinese kids.
No, kindly hold first. The whole point is, if you've closed down a factory, how many people go jobless?
Yeah, that's why tobacco's still legal. So what's your analogy?
It's same thing with the kids.
They're
working.
making pennies an hour, 20 kids together.
It don't matter. The whole point is, they still have a job.
20 kids, 1 penny.
It
an
don't
hour.
matter. It don't matter.
the hell
You
you have
shut
with a
down that
penny?
factory, where those kids are gonna go? What are you gonna do next?
They're gonna steal and
Joey.
start doing
Exactly.
and all that other
Because
shit.
they have no other way of making money. You just said they're kids.
Do you
so,
not understand why they're doing that in that country?
Why?
Communism.
Okay, either way, you still shut down that business. What do you think's gonna happen? Oh, they're gonna be, oh, we're free, we're jolly?
Joey,
I don't think so. They're gonna be like, okay, great. Now 20 of us don't got jobs and we
We
don't make
had our
pennies.
conversation of the
So,
night.
Still, what do you think those kids are gonna do? Now they don't have a job. They don't make anything because
Become criminals.
they
Joey,
become criminals. Because why? They
why?
got nothing else
Wait.
to do.
You think there's anything else to do?
Well,
You
then
know
tell me
that.
what they're gonna do then.
Go grow some fucking rice patties and sell it.
If they could, why didn't they do that before they started working?
Because kidnappers, murderers, and thieves took them into a sweatshop and forced labor upon them.
So shouldn't we go after those drug dealers, whatever the fuck you may call
We
them?
do, by not buying their products.
And then what's their next outlet?
To keep killing, raping, stealing, kidnapping, all those things.
So then we haven't stopped them yet.
We are trying.
Exactly, trying. But you just said you stopped them.
How would you stop it?
Easy.
Yes.
Hmm.
How would you stop it? We've been having classes and training in this thing in the whole military for the longest time I've been in it. Every year, same training.
Anyways, for the
Human trafficking. So,
How do you stop it?
yeah, as far as we know is stop supporting the habit. Don't give into the country's demands or the pimps or all those fuckers out there or the human traffickers.
Don't give in.
Don't give in.
They took, for instance, they take Joyce and they have her for ransom. Like, let's say you're worth $1 million. Would you do whatever you can to get $1 million to get Joyce back?
Yeah. Where's your
Then
analogy?
why would you want to give in then?
What?
Then you just said
This is my
kidnappers.
wife. This is the one I'm gonna marry. What's your analogy?
Exactly. But you just said don't give in to their demands.
Joey, that's not the same thing.
Well, the whole point is, if you stop buying their products,
I didn't know
they need to step it up a little bit because everyone stopped buying products. So what's next? Kidnap people and have them for ransom. You just told me don't give in to the terrorists or whatever.
Oh, not terrorists.
Okay,
Kidnappers and traffickers.
Okay, kidnappers, traffickers, don't give in to them. But you just did the moment I mentioned Joyce's name, correct?
Because Joyce is my wife, and
But what
she's
happened
not
to the point where the military said don't support and don't give in to their demands?
human traffickers? What the hell are
They
you?
just human trafficked Joyce.
Joey, your analogy here is
Exactly.
not
My
connecting.
analogy is they kidnapped Joyce, they took her away and made her work in a whatever shop, or they're gonna say they're gonna kill Joyce if they don't get their $1 million demand. You
Joey.
just said you do whatever you can to get that $1 million to get Joyce.
Your
Would you do the same
analogy's
thing for
not
anybody
making any
else?
sense.
The whole point is, what I'm trying to say, it doesn't really bother you until it gets personal.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so what's the point of those 20 kids? It's nothing personal to them. Yeah, nothing personal.
The point is to try.
The point is to try. You just said not to give up the demands.
And I'm not giving. I'm
You
not
just
gonna buy
said
their
you would for
products.
Joyce.
Cause that's Joyce. You're not making any sense, dude. Really.
It's the same thing with the products. Smaller or bigger, everything's equal, right?
Who said that?
You did!
I said God said that. I ain't God.
So you don't believe in the word of God then?
What?
But you guys said whatever God says goes, correct?
I believe in what I believe in. Doesn't mean I believe in God.
So you
Who
don't
said
believe
that?
So let me guess, do you believe in God or not?
I believe there's a God. Yes.
Okay, so if God said
Well, you didn't hear what I just
everyone's
said,
equal-
did you?
No. The whole point is
Repeat after what I said, though.
go ahead.
Repeat what I just said, though.
Go ahead.
No, repeat what I just said earlier.
What'd you
Repeat what
say?
I just said.
Repeat what I just said. Stop what you said earlier.
Rub the windows, babe. Get inside. Above the chairs. Rub the windows. Come on. Yo, I believe there's a God. I didn't say I believed in what he says.
So you believe there's a God, but you don't believe in everything he says?
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be fornicating
So
and
then-
doing what I do.
But you just said you believe in the part where God said it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
Yeah.
So that's the only part there's only a few parts you believe in?
Yeah.
So you don't believe in God all the way then?
Who said I did?
Wow. You're
Dude.
only believing in it if you're not going to believe everything.
Because it's freedom of choice. Wait. We're all sitting down still. The point is freedom of choice. I can believe whatever I want to believe and do what I want to do. That's God's will. And I will not disappoint him.
What if it was my will to kill everybody?
Then you can go ahead. I didn't say don't.
So you just said I can go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay then.
You'll be punished. You'll be caught.
But you support it though, correct?
I didn't say
It's my-
support. Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
so let me get straight.
Get your facts straight, bro. I didn't support
Hold
you.
on first. You said I can do whatever I want because it's my will.
Yeah.
Right? So if I said I want to go kill people, what did you just say? Go ahead.
Yeah. It
Because
doesn't mean
I want to get punished, so what's the
Hey.
right?
support means I give you the ammo and I encourage you and give you words of encouragement. I did
Okay.
not do any of that. I just said go ahead, but that's your thing. I can't stop you because I don't want to
Okay,
kill.
so all those kidnappers, what do you call them? Pimps,
Human traffickers.
human traffickers, go ahead and do whatever you're gonna do because it's freedom of choice.
No, because they take away the freedoms from others, like the children.
I'm gonna take away the freedom from everybody else too.
Okay, then you can go ahead.
See that? I can go ahead.
So what
He's
is
not
your...
supporting me, but he said go ahead. Gives me permission to go ahead.
You know, I wish your analogies would connect or not say it, because it's not connecting here. I'm really trying to get this. Like, what you're aiming at here?
The only thing I'm aiming at is trying to make you contradict yourself.
Make me contradict myself.
Yourself.
What are you trying to make me contradict upon myself?
Everything you're saying to me.
What is it? Hold
What's
on.
one about God, freedom of choice, supporting,
And
not supporting.
why are you trying to make me contradict myself? Why?
I don't know. It's just the stuff I like to do. Make people contradict themselves.
That's what the old ladies do in church when they say that I shouldn't be an out server because I had Brian. But if you want to be like that, you know, you can go ahead. Like I said, God gave you free will.
Yes.
Anyways, he's trying to contradict
So
myself.
did anyone get that from Da Vinci Code? It
Yeah,
was
what?
not in Da Vinci Code.
It really had nothing to do with the bitch code. I'm like, what the fuck you
That's about religion to China to
How it worked for me being ransomed.
You know, Joey, if I take the one, if I take
our
the
military.
military, what the military?
Talk to us about the military.
I said the military trained us in anti-human trafficking.
There you go.
So
That's why I just said military.
what about the military?
Everything. I was just telling them what we were talking about, from Da Vinci Code to China to trafficking to like whatever military training, anti-terrorism,
Anti-human trafficking.
anti-human trafficking. Sorry. Easy there, guy.
Yeah. Anyways,
You're
baby.
gonna start switching from the camera.
He's trying to fucking make me contradict myself some kind of way, but he's not even saying anything right. And then he's trying to make analogies that don't connect.
I know,
The
right?
whole
Me
point
being
is-
ransomed.
You said it's my fault for supporting things I made in China where it's 20 kids
No,
working for an
people
hour.
believe it's their own fault. So he's making it seem like pretend you're an American and you blame yourself.
I'm not. I blame myself. See, what was your point again?
Or was I wrong?
The 20 kids in China making 1 penny together for that 1 hour
Mm-hmm.
are suffering.
Okay.
People, certain people, strongly believe that it's because that people like low income, like you, me, whoever, that goes buying all this cheap shit from the fucking front store,
Mm-hmm.
are the reason why people in China are still doing it. Because you know what? The pimps and human traffickers were like, hey, we can make $20 an hour and we'll pay the kids only 1 penny out of that 20 an hour, and we can keep doing this because the Americans are stupid enough to keep buying this shit instead of going to go buy a loaf of bread and make their own goddamn ham and cheese sandwich. See? So, the Chinese in China that were smart and that want to connect kids and keep doing their shit are doing that.
At least you didn't compliment you guys. You guys are smart.
Who's smart?
The Chinese.
What Chinese?
The one you just complimented.
I said the human traffickers.
Well, human traffickers, you just said you're smart.
Yeah, because they are. They get away with it. Over a lot of people are being just fucking passed around like toys.
Yeah, it's almost like the black market was.
And then it's really just bad. And then the saddest part is that people unknowingly support it. People think they're not touching it, or people think they're innocent, but they're touching it. They're just touching it.
But no one's perfect, and we all have freedom of choice.
Who said anyone was perfect?
Don't
Why-
eat it out of the bag, please.
No, I'm gonna bite onto it and take it out.
Oh.
I don't wanna get my fingers dirty.
What were you saying, Joy? So, perfect. What else? What?
What I'm saying is, you said we all have will, so we have will to buy.
Free will. Freedom of will.
Whatever.
Whatever you want to do according to us, according to our will, because God allowed that.
Yeah.
So why get mad at us for doing it?
Who's gonna get married?
I don't know why.
You just said
Smart
people were
just
getting
made
mad
it
about
up.
supporting them.
Yeah, certain people, certain groups.
Why you wanted to know?
I have my own belief, but I never shove my beliefs down anybody's throats.
Okay, just asking.
You know, if you haven't noticed, I didn't tell you to stop fucking buying shit from the front store, did I?
No, cause you buy it too.
No, I don't. What do I buy at the front store?
Water.
Water.
Water?
Red
Okay.
DVDs.
And duty.
And DVDs is an American
Drink.
thing. Drink.
What
I don't
about
buy
the-
drink. Shut up.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Anyways.
What about?
Now you're messing with those Mexican kids.
Anyways,
When you could have made your own damn taco, bought your own burrito, got your own leg, but
No,
no.
you had to
I
buy it. You had to buy it over at Taco Bell, which you have $20. You kids making the tacos for a penny.
Okay. So is that it for the Da Vinci Code discussion now?
It
We
wasn't
talked
even
nothing about Da Vinci Code.
Do you want to end it now for Da Vinci Code, or do you want to move on to the next topic?
It was never. We lost track from Da Vinci Code.
I know. Do you want to end that now and move on to the next topic?
Sure.
Why not? We're already there anyway.
I want to see where
Da
this
Vinci
topic
Code
takes us.
empty now. Thank you very much. Come and join us for the next one.
No.